Hey Steve, could you just give the listeners, watchers, just a one line in terms of who you are, what you do, who you help people with?
Yeah, I'm Steve. I'm a men's ADHD coach. So I help men to overcome the frustration of ADHD and to live to their fullest potential.
Nice. And that sounds like a little bit like a Cilla Black question. What do you do and where do you come from? Tell me, before we started working together, what was your biggest struggle with your business at that time?
Feeling like I didn't know what I was doing. Spending all my time at my laptop, researching, looking at other people, stressing myself out, just trying to find that magic thing that I was missing to get things rolling.
Mm-hmm. And how long was that going on for?
I went on for a long time. I was on LinkedIn for about a year without picking up any clients. So a good while. I just kept, the more I kept doing it, the more I kept driving myself mad as to what it was I was not doing, what I was missing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, got you. And I can't remember how you found me. I think it might have been on LinkedIn, but what was the sort of biggest obstacle that was preventing you to stop working with you, or how did you come to the decision
to work with you?
Yeah.
I just felt that you had something, you were saying something that it was resonating with me. And whereas most other LinkedIn coaches are all about systems and how, funnels and things like that to get clients in, you were speaking about that, but you were also talking about the non-tangible stuff, like the things you can't really put your finger on, like your own magnetism and things like that, which to me, I hadn't really looked at that side of myself. It just been about, right, I need to get all these systems in place and then the clients will just start flowing in. But I realized that wasn't the case.
Yeah, got you. Did you experience any obstacles ahead of signing up with me? Obviously, you're relatively new to this whole sort of magnetism part. What obstacles did you face in sort of before signing up?
I suppose getting in my own way, because I myself have ADHD, so I can tend to overthink everything, get deeply caught up in the planning side, research mode, and then I just grind myself into like an ADHD overwhelm, and then I don't get anything done. I was always getting in my own way, trying to find the right way of doing things with too many options.
Yeah, got you. And when you did join, what were some of the been the biggest shifts since working together that you've experienced?
Grasping the concept that I can get more done if I do less. That was huge, because I used to think, right, I'm not successful. I'm not where I need to be, so therefore I'm not doing enough. So I would try and do more, learn more, research more, work later. And then I realized, and then working with you, it's made me realize that no, you don't have to do any of that. You have to do the opposite, just do less. I know that sounds mad to most people. It doesn't make any sense, but once you start seeing it work, then it's like, oh, it does work. It's indoctrinated into you from a young age that you must work more to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
So now I see it otherwise.
Yeah, beautiful. What kind of results have you seen on the back of that? Actually working less and
I've become happier in all aspects of my life, not just with work. I've become happier with myself, happier in my private life, in business, because it's freed up more space. And I don't think about, I'm gonna go to work. Even though I work online for the most part, it still felt like work. You open your laptop, you get your work head on. But with ADHD, behind the laptop's the worst place for me to possibly be working. So now I just work. Well, I don't feel like it is work, but I do whatever I want to do for my clients and for my business, wherever I am.
Mm-hmm.
Beach, in the woods, walking the dog, in the garden. It's always just a fluid thing now. It's not doesn't feel at all like work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, beautiful. We were sharing before, I think that's when you you're successful, when work feels like play, and love the fact you're there now. I know also you've experienced this shift of living as enrollment. Can you talk to that a little bit?
Yeah, I didn't really know what enrollment meant. I thought it was like enrolling into a club or whatever, or an organization. Obviously, that's as far as I thought about enrollment. But then now I realize that enrollment is a way of being, something that I hadn't thought about before, and something I certainly wasn't doing. So now I feel like I am enrollment. I know that sounds odd, but every moment of the day is an opportunity to be enrolling.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's not like you're out there like, yeah, I'm going to turn that person into a client. You're just being yourself and talking about how much you love coaching and being joyful around that person. Mm-hmm. And then before you know it, they're enrolled into you, into what you're doing, into coaching, and then maybe they'll be a client at one point, but that's not the goal. It's just being enrollment all the time. Mm-hmm. And that also that attracts people, and then it comes back to the magnetism again. Mm-hmm. So it's all it all feeds into itself.
Totally. Yeah, I love that. And what kind of results have you seen on the back of that in your business?
I hadn't had any high ticket clients at all, and now I've had a couple of high ticket clients with some in the pipeline as well. So that was huge to have worked for such over a year on LinkedIn and not made one penny. Mm-hmm. Then have 2 high ticket clients in the space of 2 weeks. That was big. So I was a huge breakthrough, and then that just made me feel more relaxed with everything, because I knew okay, now that I've started doing less, I'm getting clients. So it made me feel comfortable with the whole process, and then feel happier about what I was doing, and then realizing that you don't need to have everything worked out. Mm-hmm. Well, that was one of my biggest things, was always thinking, I don't know what I'm doing. I need to have it all worked out, so that in my head I feel 100% sure about what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. So now I'm happy to just, like you said, embrace the mayhem and just go forward, knowing that I don't have to have it all worked out. As long as I'm doing my best, then everything is great.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Yeah, totally. It's such a beautiful shift when we experience that. I'm curious, just how do you feel about your business currently, and what's exciting you?
I feel like I have a bigger vision for my business now. Before it was just, get clients in, help them with their ADHD, and that was the big picture. But now I have a much bigger vision about what I want to do, what I want to achieve, where I want to go, and just to play much bigger, because it was just like, I'll get a client and I'll be a coach, and that was my big dream. Mm-hmm. But now that's not even, there's a huge big vision I have now. So I'm going to start a podcast, sort of talk about ADHD as being a gift, and not bang on about all this sort of misery side of ADHD. Make it fun, make it a big celebration.
Nice, I love that. And what would you? Yeah, well, actually, let me just ask that. Would you recommend working with me to any other coaches?
Yes, I would. 100%, because you come with the strategy, but then you come with all the non-tangible stuff. Yeah, you come with the dance party, and no other coaches bring the dance party.
Which you're just getting to, right? You're just opening up to the dancing.
Yeah. That dance has always been something that I have shied away from, mm-hmm. unless I've been intoxicated. I think that's for a lot of people. Mm-hmm. But then the more I've realized that the best coaching comes from embodiment. When you're thinking with your body and being present, then it also helps me hugely with my ADHD. The more I'm present, the more I exercise, the more I run, the more I meditate, everything. So I'm just trying to come out of my head more. Mm-hmm. Where all my coaching up to before working with you was head based. Mm-hmm. And most of that was beating my head against the wall. So I would say I'm more body-based now. 100% I'm a body-based coach, embodied rather than thinking coach.
Yeah. How's that impacted your coaching and how you think about the delivery of your coaching?
Don't go into sessions now freaking out that I haven't planned, and then stressing out that, what should I say? What's the plan? What's the schedule? What's the format? Now I go in with no expectation other than just to be present. So that's changed everything. That's made the sessions better for me, because I'm more relaxed. No pressure on me at all. And then the sessions seem to be better as well for the client. So it's all working out. A more relaxed coach is a better coach.
That's it. Yeah. Wise man once said that.
Yeah. It's totally true though. It's totally true. There's the relaxed you are, everything is better. Everything flows without forcing anything. So,
yeah, love that. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I would just say to anyone that, well, obviously working with you is a great idea, and that they should, as much as possible, get out of their heads and get into their body and just coach their heart out, and don't hold back, be courageous, and just step out there and lead people forwards.
Love it. Beautiful. I think most inspiring thing about watching you is just that really embodying the living as enrollment. Like it's beautiful when someone gets it, because it seems like a fluffy concept, right? Live as enrollment. What do you actually mean? But when you get it, like client creation just happens, and your role is just to inspire and to be present and to awake people to their greatest potential. Like what a gift that is. But I've seen that recently in you, is like you really got that. And I think in that session, it was like the penny dropped for you, right? It's like, wow, living as enrollment. Yeah.
That was one of the most pivotal moments in the whole process for me. Was just that. I hadn't been doing that, and I hadn't even grasped the concept. So as soon as I grasped the concept and then immediately started, doing it, it was a huge shift.
Yeah, beautiful. Look, so excited for you, and everyone who's watching, keep an eye out for Steve's podcast. Do you want to give a sneak peek of the name, or do you want to keep that secret?
It's going to be called Rad Brains.
Rad Brains.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. Man, thanks so much, Steve.